like button here, and when you watch the Wholesome One, do it on over there as well. Just take that 3 seconds, smash the like button, get these videos out on social media. There's people that follow you on Twitter, on Facebook, on other social media platforms that have no idea who we are, that we're here and ready to roll each and every week. So let them know by sharing the videos and talking about us and bringing them into the fold as well. Would love to get these live chat numbers cranked up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher as we get through the season. Wholesome One, I'm going to hit you with 3 stats courtesy Athlon after you address, and this is a nice little segue because you mentioned the offensive line. And again, you got to check out the Wholesome One's video breakdown of the offensive line that's coming up here very soon on his channel. But Sean Jones, of course, asking that question that's out there and has been for a few years. When's that offensive line going to get better?
That question has been out since like 2014, Mark. So, hey, listen, I do think the offensive line will be better. At the end of the day, I've gotten to the point where there's a lot that I can say to back them up, but there's even more that they can do to prove me right and prove themselves right. Bringing in a new offensive line coach, that's the 3rd offensive line coach in 3 years. I mean, you had Stacey Searles, 18, Butch Berry, 19, and Garrett Justice, 20. Yep, 3 different offensive line coaches in 3 different years. But for the first time, it's going to fit the scheme. It's going to fit the athletes geographically and where we recruit. And I think they're just going to be based on principle. They're going to be better. I mean, you talk about a position that's been not only disrespected and talked down to from our Miami Hurricanes fans. The worst listed offensive line in the state, and one of the worst listed offensive lines, according to ESPN, in the nation out of 130 teams. Okay, and we aren't the only ones saying those things. It's funny to me when people feel like these players aren't people and they don't do their own research and they don't hear and see all the slander. But at the end of the day, they have to go out there and prove themselves right. And I can say whatever I want about they're going to be the greatest O-line ever. They have to go out there and make those plays, man. And I think that they're going to, based solely on getting the ball out quick, having a red shirt senior QB, having a dynamic running back stable that we do. Yeah, I think that they're just going to look so much better this year.
So this plays right into what you just talked about with the offensive line. But just to back that up, you don't really need to comment because you went through the offensive line. Miami surrendered just under 4 sacks per game, 3.92 last year. That was the 127th ranked, meaning only 4 teams were worse. Only 1 in the ACC, and that was Syracuse by just a smidge in sacks given up per game. Next stat deals with Greg Russo, so that's pretty much out the window. 72.2%. Miami scored 29 touchdowns and converted 10 field goal attempts and 54 red zone trips last season. 72%. That was number 13 in the ACC, number 122 in the country, worst among teams with more than 40 trips inside their opponent's 20-yard line. Not getting it done in the red zone by the offense, first and foremost, and then if the offense falters, not making the field goals.
Well, we have Jose Borregales, transfer from FIU, who almost single-handedly is the reason why we lost that game last year, who was 50 of 66 in his career at FIU, and is the leading scorer with 281 points scored at FIU in our own city. So hopefully, that's a transfer. And then you also have a top 5 kicker and his younger brother who's committed that comes in next year. And then, like again, this year doesn't count towards anybody's eligibility. So Jose Borregales may come back again to be able to play 1 year with his brother.